let us flip this bad boy around, and hopefully you get an idea. Alright, so hopefully the framing is right in this one. So welcome to Inbound Closer. My name is Shane, and it's not easy taking on an industry. It isn't. It isn't easy sharing with you all the stuff that I have been sharing for the past 10 months or so, plus today's video. If you're interested in becoming an inbound closer, you don't want to miss this video. I promise you it'll be worth your time to watch every minute of it. So if you haven't subscribed to this channel, consider subscribing to the channel. Like the video. If you don't like what I have to say, give me a thumbs down. Be active a little bit. Feel free to comment. I'm trying to share as much information as I can to help you, to save you thousands, if not tens of thousands of dollars. And I'm going to paint a bit of a picture for you to give you a little bit more of a perspective. And if I talk slow, it's early. It's like 3:30 in the morning. So I'll try and ramp it up a little bit and speak clearly. All right, so you want to be an inbound closer. How does it work? If you are thinking about becoming an inbound closer, maybe you're thinking about leaving your work because you hate your job, you hate your boss, whatever it is, and you want to just switch over to a new industry and become an inbound closer, or maybe you just want to do it part-time. That's what this video is for. So you see an ad. It's probably they're probably going to be ramping them up again leading up to Christmas. Last year was a smashing success. So Sales Mentor produced an ad where Peyton Welch is talking about how to become an inbound closer and how he did it, working from a clothing store, making 18 bucks an hour, whatever it was, and decided, you know what, I want to go work for my brother and become an inbound closer. And then what he realized is within 21 days of getting $980 checks, that he made more in 1 month than he did all year. I'm like, whoa, this is kind of interesting. You got my attention. So then he goes on to say, this is how it works, and he shows you the boiler room. You see the ad where he's going around, how much did you make? Here's one of my students, how much did you make? I made, and it's never like an extra $4,000. That's not good enough. If you want to make an extra $4 or $5 grand, they're going to bump you up to 10, 15, 20,000. That's besides the point. Goes around to all these people and it's like, hey, how much did you make? Oh, I made 10 grand. I made 20. I made 30. In the last 30 days? Yeah. What was your limiting belief around that? What do you mean? What was my limiting belief? Like, did you believe that you could do it? Hell no. I had no idea that I can do that. Okay, cool. So then he would go around to all his employees saying that they were his students. They were just employees. He trained them. That's normal. And they're in the boiler room setting. And then you see the ad. You buy the $97 course. You go to them. And you get a massive amounts of video, probably I would say in the 50 to 100 videos in the accelerator program, and it's worth it. That $97 is worth it. That's not the problem. The problem is their sales ladder, which starts off at $97 and then it's $297, $497, $997, $2,000 US, $8,800 US, and then if you want to get in the mastermind group, it's like between $10,000 and $15,000 US, and then goes up 30,000, whatever. Like it doesn't end. So you buy the $97, and they're like, oh, but wait, once you buy that, if you become certified, we have a whole warehouse full of business owners that are eating cheese and wine, and they're tripping over themselves to get to our door wanting inbound closers. That's how it's positioned. And we, Taylor, Peyton, Evans, said that we need to train these people up, because if we don't train them, these poor owners are not going to have as good as salespeople as we are. So then they take you in, $97, they train you, get you up, get certified, $2,000, you're in, like Flynn, and they send you a list of these owners that are stammering for inbound closers. But what they don't tell you is in their ads, and you can look this up on their YouTube channel, Sales Mentor, there's one ad that's 2.7 million views. So those 2.7 million views are buying these $97 courses. That gives you an idea of how much money is being generated from that. Once you become, not everybody's going to become certified, but once you become certified, you now get access to all these owners, and there's only like, I don't know, 50, 60 of them that are interested in having a conversation with you about becoming an inbound closer. So that part's all true. It's all good. But imagine 2.7 million people crossing the street all at the same time when there's like 30, 40, 50 business owners. Which ones are they going to pick out of that 2.7 million? Probably the cream of the crop, and I would do the same thing. But there are hundreds of people coming into the program every single day, and the business owners aren't increasing. It's still going to be about 50, 60 business owners, and you got thousands, if not millions, of people stammering, bugging them, and they encourage you, reach out to them on LinkedIn, reach out to them on Facebook, say, hey, I'm an inbound closer, I can close anything for you under the sun. That is, in these owners' world, this is now spam. They will hate you. They're not going to come after you, but they will block you. They will get rid of you. They will not talk to you because you're just one of 1,000, thousands upon thousands upon thousands of people stammering at their door on LinkedIn, on Facebook, on their website saying, hey, writing them an email, hey, I'm an inbound closer. I'm just looking for a position. I'll do it for free, whatever it is. And they're like, dude, like, we get thousands of these every day. Stop spamming us. Then, when their people in the boiler room don't get enough leads coming in, and they get lots, but if somebody ghosts, they set up an appointment and somebody ghosts, they have pressure to close more than 30% of these people. If they don't close them, they're gone. Punted. And then another person comes in, and another person comes in. So if they're not making $10,000, $15,000, $20,000 and they're only making $4,000, gonzo. So what they tell them to do is, how are you filling up your pipeline? Like, well, we're just waiting for leads. And they're like, no, don't do that. Get on the phone, cold call. If you don't want to cold call, go onto our Facebook group and fleece them. If you don't know what that is, it's basically whenever you buy a course online, they say part of the course is you actually get to be in part of our private Facebook group. So you go in the Facebook group and you're being fleeced by the top sales guys on the planet. Top inbound closers on the planet. You're being fleeced by them. So you're in there and they're like, hey, does anybody want to make $10,000? If you're making less than $10,000, give me a call and I'll give you some free coaching. I'll show you how to get above $10,000, and then they grab $8,800 US from you, and you won't even see it coming because you're on the inside being fleeced on the Facebook group. That's just what happens. This is normal. This is a normal procedure. Go through an internship, buy a course for under $1,000, get in their membership, go onto Facebook group, and then get fleeced again and again and again. Dude, how come you're not making $10,000 a month? What's going on, bro? And then you get fleeced for more money. And you got business owners that are pissed at you. And then you have the whole inbound closer niche is becoming the seed of all the sales people out there. You don't, I'm telling you, try this. Just try this just for fun. Go onto LinkedIn, do a post saying, I'm an inbound closer. Try and apply for a job. They're going to hate on you. They're going to think you're an idiot. They're going to think you're a loser for calling yourself an inbound closer. So much that there are actually very popular podcasts that call themselves Closers Are for Losers. Losers are closers, I should say. So it's kind of an inside joke, if you will. So you're the butt of all the jokes that are going on the inside. Oh, you call yourself an inbound closer? Oh, loser. So yeah, so now I have my channel called The Inception Closer. I feel like calling it the Closer Deception or something like that and change the channel name. But the reason why I keep this open and I keep talking about this is I honestly feel that there's somebody out there that I can save from this. If you think you have the skills already as a salesperson, then go for it. But if you're thinking, oh, I am a truck driver or I am a plumber or whatever it is, and I'm not really good on the phone, I'm not good at making hundreds of dials a day, which they will require you to do as an inbound setter, as an outbound setter, as an appointment setter. You are required to make hundreds of dials. They call it smiles and dials for free for weeks on end. So picture yourself from 8 to 5 cold calling, because that's what it is at the end of the day. Telemarketing, cold calling, all this kind of stuff before you can become an inbound closer. Ha 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 ha. It's actually a sales position, but it's positioned as an inbound closer. If you don't do that, you're gone. That's how it works. So, if I've saved you thousands of dollars, consider subscribing to this channel. Consider liking all this kind of stuff. It helps me build the channel. It helps me get the video out there. I also have a Patreon account. It's $3 a month. Cancel anytime. You can decide, you know what, I'm going to support this guy for the next 3-6 months because I think he's onto something. I think he's actually legitimately trying to help people out. And then if you feel like I'm not helping, you can cancel anytime. Donate $5. Donate $10, $20, $100. I promise you it's cheaper excuse me, than what you're going to go through. Little parched today. I went running with my son last night on a hill that I shouldn't have tried. I know it's a lot of information that can come across as, wow, you're one bitter puss. It's not like that. That's not how I am. That's not how my DNA is. I am the most positive person on the planet. But when the rabbit hole is deep and it's endless and you get nothing out of it on the other side, that's where it's tough. Like, you got the skills, cool. But you also have a full-time job, and it's not easy transitioning because every place that you apply for, they demand that you're on the phone from basically 9 o'clock in the morning to 5 o'clock at night, Monday to Friday. And if you don't make your quota, you're gone. You're fired, you're gone. So you quit your job to do something part-time, and if you only sell 1 sale a week, you're gone. I'm telling you, 2 sales, you're gone. And if you don't think I'm telling the truth, then by all means, put it in the comments. Like, if you look at the statistics with all the comments that I have on this channel, it feels like 99% of the people are thumbs up, hey, what you're saying is true. The 1% that are giving me a thumbs down is because they're like, you're a loser for falling into this trap. So that's why they give me a thumbs down. Meanwhile, I don't care because I'm trying to let you know if you have skills, you'll do fine. But if you don't, or if your confidence is a little bit low and you're like, you hate your job so much, they're going to put that burden on you. They're going to put it on a position where it's like, look, it's up to you to decide to jump over this chasm. And if you can't do it, it's your fault. It's because you didn't want to be resourceful enough to get into the program to do it and all this kind of stuff. And it goes on and on. So there you go. So yeah, if you want to support the channel, $3 a month goes a long ways. Allows me to be able to produce content like this and get the word out. That's it. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in another video. Bye for now.